Hello, friends. Have you ever gazed up into the night sky and wondered at the possibility of life on other planets? What marvelous beings might exist out there, hands extended in friendship, awaiting the moment when we humans take our first tentative steps into space? What tales will be told of that glorious day when we are first contacted by our brothers from beyond the stars?
5. All systems go, General. 4.
Come on, baby, show us what you got.
3.
What the hell?
2.
What in the blue blazes is that?
1.
No, wait! Stop the countdown!
Incompetent fool. I should never have sent you.
What's shaking, Pox? You look a little, what's the word? Constipated.
Let's just say I hope you turn out to be less of an evolutionary dead end than your predecessor.
You lost me.
Shall I tell you a secret? Few of our people know this, but the DNA patterns in our cloning banks are becoming more and more degraded with each new clone.
That's bad, right?
Only if we want to retain our immortality through cloning. Of course it's bad! I sent Crypto-136 in search of a planet we visited many eons ago. A planet seeded with pure Furon DNA. But I lost contact.
Let me get this straight. You sent me, him, Crypto-136, to a hostile planet, and he's disappeared. Maybe captured, maybe even being tortured as we speak.
Well, I wouldn't jump to any conclusion.
I bet you wouldn't. Let me tell you something, Pox. You're a smart cookie. But there's a time for thought, and there's a time for action. And this is one of those times.
Which?
The second one.
Perhaps you're right, 137.
Course I'm right. You kidding me? A cryptosporidium captured by a bunch of monkeys? We gotta go in. We gotta crack some craniums. We gotta rescue me. Him. He's gotta rescue me. I gotta... Brains, man. When do I get to blow things up?
Patience, Crypto, patience. I take your point. Prepare the mothership.
That's what I'm talking about. So, what's the name of this crummy planet?
Our destination. The planet Earth. orthopox to Cryptosporidium 137. Come in, Cryptosporidium.
Crypto here. How's the view from the safety of the mothership?
Very funny. Let's just say I'm glad I'm up here and you're down there. Loathsome little planet. Now, Crypto, to ensure this invasion runs smoothly, it is imperative we identify the dominant life forms on this world. Those lactating bovoids are likely candidates.
Surely you don't mean those foul-smelling gas bags beyond the fence?
Yes, I'm afraid I do.
But they're covered in nipples.
Now, Cryptosporidium! We can peer into the minds of lower life forms via the cortex scan. Rip the preliterate thoughts from their pathetic little brains. Moo? Primitive, yet profound. Scan another one. Again with the moo? I think these lactating bovoids are trying to fool us.
They eat with their mouths? I think I'm going to be violently ill. Attention, Earth creatures. This planet is now part of the Furon Empire. Your benevolent masters welcome you. At this time, we wish to abduct you for the purpose of scientific research. The procedure will be protracted and invasive. Do you have any objections? Earth creature, I am addressing you. Respond or be vaporized. I don't care how many stomachs you have. I don't have time for this.
Use PK to finish off the belligerent bovines. Slam them into the ground. Curse these creatures. Good work, Crypto.
Martha, you didn't tell me we was having barbecue for dinner. Wait a minute, that ain't steak. That's holy mother... Martha, give me the shotgun.
This looks like a job for the Zapomatic. Fry that farmer! Extract and collect the brainstem from what's left of the agricultural engineer. You can consume the brainstem and collect the Furon DNA.
Harold, come on back! You gotta see this! They got a talking horse on the TV! I ain't never seen nothing like... Ah! Little green spaceman! Ah!
I am not green.
Be merciless! Let none survive!
Evening, Ms. Turnip Seed. We got a call from Farmer Dixon over the other side of the state road. Said he heard some pretty strange noises coming from over this way.
Little green spaceman!
What is that? A new silo?
Electrocuted him with a big old...
Crypto! That human law enforcement officer is attempting an unauthorized entry of your spacecraft. If those pea-brains were to get their hands on your quantum deconstructor, they could rip a hole in the space-time continuum.
You're under arrest.
Crypto, my radar shows more humans approaching. Hurry to the saucer! Get in your flying saucer and annihilate everything in your path! Take a spin in your saucer, Crypto. Get a feel for the controls and then go ahead and start shooting! Destroy all buildings! Leave no trace! Bomb those monkeys back to the Stone Age! Perfect!
Move out, man! Move, move, move! I don't know, but I've been told.
I don't know, but I've been told
Joe McCarthy's good as gold.
Joe McCarthy's good as gold.
Oh, great! The human military-industrial complex. We can't allow them to alert their leaders to our presence. Exterminate them! Now!
Open fire!
Crypto, I hereby give you official permission to destroy all humans! Excellent work, Crypto!
Did you see what I saw?
You bet your sweet ass I did. What did you see?
Little green man in a flying saucer wiping out the best infantry unit in the U.S. Army.
Right, good. Me too. Green? Not gray?
Don't be a stiff. You know what it means?
Absolutely. What?
It means the papers got it right for once. Get on the horn to Silhouette. We've got the worst case scenario.
The eggheads were actually onto something? I don't believe it.
Believe it, Roswell was only the beginning. The invasion is on.
Now then, I know what you're thinking. What can I, a lowly novice, do to help bring about the destruction of Earth and the inevitable reign of the Furon Empire? Well, I'll tell you. It was in the earliest days of the Empire we realized our species was doomed. Eons of waging war on inferior races with unregulated atomic weaponry had mutated our genes. We could not propagate due to our complete and utter lack of genitalia. Fortunately, a Furon ship happened upon Earth on its way back from destroying the Martians. Human society was young and nubile. Sailors on a foreign planet, letting off steam, one thing led to another. Long story short, every human being alive today has buried deep in his genetic code a strand of Furon DNA. Over the eons, we've learned to clone ourselves, but with each iteration, the information degrades, and the results are increasingly unpredictable. The Furon genes in humanity's DNA are ancient, uncorrupted. They represent the future of the Furon race. If only we can get at them. Crypto! I see a horde of humans up ahead, congregating at some sort of holy ground. Here's the plan. I want you to enter the fair, find a malleable human and lead it back to your ship for questioning. Get the picture? Crypto! That human is aware of your presence. The more people become aware of you, the more chance that those human policemen and the military will come to investigate you and take you down. Don't forget to disguise yourself, Crypto. Now that you're sufficiently disguised, continue using the Cortex scan to maintain the illusion. You wouldn't want to lose concentration while surrounded by enemies. What we need is the dumbest, weakest-willed, most malleable human we can find. Admittedly, the competition will be fierce. You just have to scan them all.
Did you hear about Harold and Martha Turnip?
Man, oh man, she may be the dumbest Miss Rockwell ever. And check out them cantaloupes. God, I love America.
This human seems to be onto something. Will wonders never cease. Keep scanning the humans.
Yeah. Town's doing great. Business is booming. Hope is on the way. Yada, yada, yada. Let's barrel through this puppy so I can get down to the real business of governing. Making time with the delicious Miss Rockwell.
Yes. Like proteins from the primordial ooze, a pattern is emerging. Scan some more.
Wayne! Finally, I was gonna flip my lid if Mama made me take one more slurp of cabbage soup. I want roast chicken. Chicken of the sea. Or was it by the sea?
All right, Crypto. I've analyzed all the thoughts you've collected, and I think I've isolated the perfect subject for you to
Probe and vaporize?
No. Abduct and bring back to the mothership.
My way's more fun.
Abduct, not vaporize.
Okay, but humanity ain't gonna annihilate itself, all I'm saying.
Can I finish?
Can I stop you?
As I was saying, the newly crowned Miss Rockwell looks like a prime candidate for testing. She's envied and desired by other humans. She's highly persuadable. Best of all, she apparently has a brain the size of a peanut. Hypnotize her and send her back to your ship for collection. Implant a command on a puny human brain. Bend its will to ours.
I want to thank all the little people, but there's no time. Gotta go! Which way's the exit? Enjoy the fair! Oh, and don't ride the mangler! It's a freaking death trap! Go to the dark and mysterious woods. There's no reason to be afraid. Nothing bad ever happens to people who go into dark and mysterious woods, especially not in fairy tales or slasher films. Not that I know what those are. Nope, nothing to worry about here. I don't remember parking here. Of course, I can't ever remember where I parked. My car seems bigger and rounder and saucer-shaped. Whoa, this is just like my dream. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. And lots of wavy hair like Libera. Wait a minute. Where am I? This sure doesn't look like the pie-eating contest. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! What's happening? Oh, God, please, no. Oh, it tickles.
It's probing time.
Oh, yeah, right there. That's the spot. Oh, that is delicious.
Never fails.
Wreak havoc by using your saucer's abducto beam to levitate a creature or object. Crypto! Those nearby bovoids appear to have been genetically manipulated by the humans. But for what purpose? I want you to investigate this bizarre mutated species. Brains? Healthy green glow? Those human fools! Clearly they've genetically altered these pathetic gas bags and turned them into radioactive exploding zombie cows! Show them the folly of their mad science!
You think you can go 15 rounds?
I destroyed
What's your name?
Good work, Crypto!
Space invaders! Run for your lives!
The town's alpha male? Where did he come from? Never mind that! You must stop him before he publicly reveals your existence. Go to this town hall and take the alpha male's place to address the pea-brained masses.
But he sure knew how to win a war.
Did that cow just speak to me? Say something else, Bessie.
It's him! The mayor! Now use Hypnoblast to distract the lackeys surrounding him.
I got a feeling he's gonna make us cops popular again.
To protect me.
Time to take the stage. Break a leg, Mayor Crypto. Assure them that everything is normal. No monkey business. That is, only monkey business as usual. The success of our mission depends on it. Now hurry, Crypto. The gathering...
Every one of the dang cows, then it looked like it stuck some sort of device up the poor thing's...
Clap, trap, and after all that, I didn't even get to see Miss Rockwell. She just walked right on by with her...
Crops laid out flat in circles like a 4th of July pinwheel. I told Edgar, there goes our savings. No new shoes for the twins, and I guess Darlene's just going to have to live another year with that overbite.
Greetings, fellow human agricultural engineers. There is nothing going on here. Everything is normal. Carry on with your pathetic human lives. That is all.
Now, wait just a cotton-picking minute. Mr. Mayor, I've lived in this town all my life, and I voted for you twice in the last election. Now, I'm entitled to a gall-darn answer. If they ain't nothing going on here, how come all my cows is glowing like lightning bugs? What you say to that, whippersnapper?
That? Well, that's just the healthy inner glow that comes from chewing a cud of fresh green Rockwell grass. Why, I chew it myself all the time. Got some in my craw right now. Better than snuff. You want to know what's been going on around here? I'll tell you what's been going on around here. Communism, that's what. I don't know about you, but I'm not willing to see the land our forefathers fought and died for fall under the boot of the creeping red menace. Not on my watch. So the next time you see a strange light moving and changing direction at incredible speed in the night sky, you just think to yourself, no commie's going to distract me from my patriotic duty with a couple of bottle rockets. No, sir.
Wait just a second. How in the world does any of that explain the destruction at the fair?
Don't you read the papers? That cluster point was a tragic confluence of the summer lightning and the tents slathered in creosote. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Now, hold on. How come nobody in Santa Modesta's been seeing anything like this?
Because we're real Americans and they're not. Next. So, as you can see, there's nothing to trouble your puny human brains about.
The mayor's right. This was all just a random series of suspiciously coincidental yet easily rationalized events.
Yeah, that's right. Give it up. Let's hear it from me.
Suckers.
Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
What a bunch of losers. Minds like mud. This planet is easy pickings.
Crypto! Did you hear what that human said during your speech?
Must have missed it. Busy digging on the love.
Focus! There's another human hive nearby. Santa Modesta, he called it. You must discover its location and make your way there. We've got more humans to control. Here we are, Crypto. Sunny Santa Modesta. First up, I want you to find the alpha male of this town. Perhaps we can gain an insight into the way this whacked human social hierarchy functions. Crypto, the first thing you should do is take a human disguise. In this mission, it's vital you remain completely incognito. If your true form is seen by anyone, the mission will fail.
What's going on there, pussies?
I've got to keep up with the Joneses. If only I could remember who the Joneses are. What a great guy. He must really...
Just because a couple of slack-jawed yokels have been drinking too much Rockwell moonshine, I'm supposed to hand over my civic authority? I paid good money for this office. This is my town. Those feds better steer clear.
This mayor is pathetic. So is this pool party. It's time to trash the place.
Beating back wilderness. The eternal struggle continues. Honey!
Hold it!
Don't make... Stay...
Clear, you!
What's going on? Why am I...
Good work, Crypto. Unfortunately, you seem to have awakened the local constabulary. Be on your guard. You'll need a new weapon to handle the Santa Modesta police force. So I'm unlocking your disintegrator ray. Try it out on the fuzz.
Midget commie!
Communists! We're under attack!
Ice! Ice! Lots of ice!
Perfect!
Get it off! Get it off! So this is how a charcoal briquette feels.
Blocking my... out of the goddamn way!
They don't look so tough.
Looks can deceive. These urban humans are savvier, grittier,
Stringier.
harder to fool. Keep your eyes sharp and your wits sharper.
Not in the open. Duck in here.
Hold the frequency.
Hit me.
We're go for phase 1.
Our guys inside the station?
Just waiting for the word.
And the tape?
In the briefcase, all queued up.
Subliminal TV messages. What'll Majestic think of next?
Search me.
You know what a rhetorical question is?
Not a clue.
Come on.
Those black suits again. What's a Majestic?
I'm not certain, but it gives me an idea, Crypto.
Wait, let me grab something to write with.
If our plan is to succeed, simply reading human minds will be insufficient. We must control them. To ease the harvesting of their brainstems, grease the wheels, so to speak.
Sounds like a gas. How do we do it?
I believe your ebon-garbed friends have provided us direction. Keep up with the black sedan! You're being outrun by a vehicle that can't even fly! Stop those men in black from escaping! Scanning the documents now. Crypto, this looks diabolical! Space invaders! The briefcase contains a reel of magnetic tape and orders to commence an experiment in human mind control. Apparently, a human scientist is waiting at the TV station for these orders. He's an expert on the human brain. His name is... Sleepy Ernst. I want you to go to the TV station and scan Sleepy Ernst.
Respect the car. Soon I'll prove the human mind can be controlled by televised propaganda. And then I'll start my own cable news network. Ha-ha! There's a heck of those majestic agents. America ain't gonna brainwash itself.
We cannot allow the human race to be Sleepy Ernst's experimental guinea pigs. They should be our guinea pigs. Destroy Sleepy Ernst, Crypto! Zap that knuckle-lipped demon!
Oh, yes! The magic fingers! Eat pork, biatch!
Stop it! We'd better make sure his work is destroyed. Crypto! Majestic intended to broadcast mind control signals to control their own people. By transmitting signals from this station, they hope to make the human population paranoid and aggressive. Well, more paranoid and aggressive. I suggest we beat Majestic at their own devious little game. We'll broadcast our own very special episode. A mind control transmission from the mothership. A few minor adjustments to those rooftop antennae should make them Furon ready. I'm sure you can handle that.
Hold it right there. I'll come back to me.
All right, Crypto, here's the plan. We're going to use this television thingy ourselves to subjugate humanity to the indomitable will of the Furon Empire! If you can bend the antennae in the direction of the mothership, they'll be in the perfect position to receive my Furon mind control transmissions. That's the good news. The bad news is, for complex and highly technical reasons, you have only a few minutes. If you cannot align the antennae, very bad things will happen. Let's not speak of it again.
Can't I watch
now,
the news in peace?
Pat
Pat Fidel was kind of making sense, but no! I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. How can I love Lucy when she's off the air?
Here we go. Beginning transmission. Furon signal downlink successful. Oh, this is smashing. All right, I'm increasing the power. Wait! Crypto! The signal is too strong! Humans are weak! Their minds can't take that kind of amplitude! Quickly, Crypto! You've got to bend the antennae before they... Ooh, that has to hurt. Ew. Disgusting. Crypto? Crypto! Where did you go?
Snack time.
I want you to collect any brain stems that may have survived the signal broadcast intact. While you're collecting the overloaded brain stems, take a moment and extract some fresh brain stems from living humans, would you? Crypto! I'm granting you a license for a new weapon. The Anal Probe. Now portable for more efficient brainstem collection. With the multifunctional anal probe, attract and collect any extracted brainstems floating about from a safe distance. But remember, no unlicensed uses. Read the warning label.
Midget! Oh, I'm getting flashbacks to...
Good work, Crypto. You just collected an overloaded brainstem. Only 11 more to go. Well, I know it sounds like a lot, but I think it's quite an achievable goal. Avoid these EMPs. They fire an electromagnetic pulse that disables your weapons. That's all the overloaded brainstems done. Crypto, you're going to investigate the activities of the human scientists. I want to establish their connection with the Majestic.
That special seasoning has succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. These people are now rabid paranoiacs and incredibly hostile to anyone who's different. And as an unexpected side benefit, 78% of them are now registering Republican.
Crypto, there's a frozen treats vehicle on its way here, but my analysis shows it's carrying warm-blooded humans. No, don't shoot. This is highly suspicious. Wait and scan whomever comes out first.
I know I'm not supposed to eat from the diner, or I'll turn into a mindless paranoid drone, but that rhubarb pie is calling my name. Heinrich! Liebchen! Heinrich!
More non-threatening vehicles full of scientists instead of ice cream? Scan the scientists once they step foot outside. Don't they live in their labs? Clearly the scientists are responsible for carrying out Majestic's population control schemes. Normally I'd ask you to destroy the scientists, but we have a bigger problem. Majestic are using the food outlets to distribute their population control drugs. And it seems to be working. If every human in this country turns paranoid and hostile, it will make life for us very difficult. You may want to use the salsa for this.
Space creatures!
Last call, space.
You're the right.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Space on fire!
They just took the diner, too. We gotta set up a line and hold them here.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not sitting around here waiting to get abducted.
Keep your panties on, Mary. I just got a word over the radio. There's an army convoy right outside this town. With tanks.
Thank God.
Thank Majestic. Silhouette got the army to do something right for once. Take some cars and go get them.
Try and stop me.
If the scientists escape with the formula, our whole operation is at risk. Destroy those vehicles before they leave the peninsula. Well, one thing's for certain. Majestic are far more dangerous to our mission than I had heretofore suspected. I say it's high time we abducted one of these men in really, really dark brown and gave him a good probing. What do you say? Up for a little fun?
Go to hell, Klaatu. You think I'm scared of a 3-foot space hamster?
I think you should be. Now, we can do this easy, or we can do it hard. Your choice. What do you know about a downed Furon scout ship?
A what?
Sorry, let me put it in baby talk. A flying saucer, crashed somewhere or captured.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not. What do you know about Majestic?
I know we're gonna kick your little green ass all the way back to Mars.
I'm not! These weapons, where are you making them? How many agents does Majestic have? How many other towns are you in? Son of a... Don't get mad. Get sadistic. I think this calls for the Jumbo Probe. Hurts, don't it, monkey boy? You want it to stop, don't you? Then give Daddy what he needs.
Mind control experiment. Rockwell movies. Furon DNA. Area 42.
Prepare to return to the mothership, Crypto. We're going back to Rockwell for the last time.
In a second. Hold still, monkey boy. Let me just...
We seem to have put a dent into Majestic's mind control efforts, but they won't stay down for long. However, if we can harness the massive power of television...
We could brainwash the whole country.
We can easily transmit our signal on normal television frequencies. All we require is a suitable guise, a persona the humans will trust. My research indicates one possibility. A human television presenter called Bert Wither. But he's made himself scarce. Perhaps he got wind of what you did to Sleepy Ernst.
Forgive my impertinence, but you are an alien, are you not?
How'd you guess?
I knew it! I knew it! My prayers have been answered! On behalf of all the nations of the Earth, I welcome you to our planet, oh friend from another world.
Gee, thanks. Means a lot.
Enough chit-chat! We need to find Bert Wither. Where is he, pathetic crackpot human?
You want Bert Wither? You got him. Follow me.
Perfect.
Please, come with me.
Follow that crackpot. Never mind that he's crazy. He's our only lead.
I hide secret stuff here. Nothing special. Just my baseball cards, my bottle cap collection, my notes on 11-dimensional superstring theory. But don't tell anybody, okay? Scan me, scan me, scan me. They've got electric force fields around the perimeter. You can turn them off, though. Just shoot the machine. You better stay low. They have gun turrets around the perimeter, too. A whole ton of them on the water side. Watch out for the EMP mines. They've got a bunch of those around the perimeter, too. The perimeter's pretty rough, actually. Scan me, scan me, scan me. You can take a human form, can't you? You could get over there in disguise. Only one disguise will do, though. Boy, the cook at this diner takes food to Bert Wither. He's the only one who gets past the force field and the guards.
They wanted to...
If that crackpot scientist is correct, Bert Wither is under heavy guard, and only this cook is allowed near him. You should use this cook to reach Bert Wither.
My mind says Rock Hudson, but my body says Doris Day. How saucy of me.
Yeah, this is Carmine, the cook. I got a food delivery for Bert Wither. You want to turn off the force field?
You know, Carmine, you look like death warmed over. What did I tell you about eating your own cooking? I kid you. Oh, hold on a second. I'll let you in.
A secret entrance. It's just delightful when the monkeys attempt to use their brains.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll do anything you say. I swear.
You bet your ass you will. Come on, Bertie boy. I got a little job for you.
Was ist los?
The success of the broadcast depends on you, Crypto. You must protect those towering transmission towers. Each tower has a transmitter at its base. If the army want to stop the broadcast, they'll have to take out those transmitters first.
Regiments 2 and 4, form up at the main junction. 1 and 3, take the flank. Attack waves, target the infrastructure. I want those comm towers out of commission. Support waves, your task is simple. Destroy the communist insurgents holding the television station. No beet-eating, vodka-swilling, Trotskyite son of a bitch is gonna hijack this great nation's God-given airways. Not on my watch. Charge!
Incoming from the north!
SMCBS. This is
Tanks! Roll in the tanks! Show them some American steel! Take out those towers now! All units, attack! Attack! Attack!
have only a few moments until the army destroys our building. They're deploying tanks and, good lord, giant robots. We cannot survive for long. But in these moments, I want to share a new hope. SMCBS.
I'm sick and tired of this two-bit town. Nothing ever happens.
No dancing, no rock and roll. Why, if it weren't for that juke joint down by the river, I'd never get my rocks off.
You said a mouthful, Cupcake. There's a whole wide world out there, and we're missing it.
But where can we go, Billy? This town's a one-way ticket for wild hearts like you and me.
It's tearing me apart!
What you need is a new direction.
Exactly.
A real purpose in life.
Freaking A!
Ever thought about homeland protection?
Home what?
Wise up, Romeo. There's a 500 million Reds who'd love nothing better than to rip that varsity sweater right off your back.
No kidding.
Take this little pamphlet. It'll tell you everything you need to know about protecting your little corner of the country from communist invasion.
Thanks a million, Daddy-O.
Freaking A.
Wow. There goes a real American.
A real American dreamboat. Meow.
That's the last of them. Must have papered every JD in this stinking burg.
And our little film strip?
Spooled up and ready to go. The pimply projectionist is none the wiser. Won't those kids be surprised when Abbott and Costello turn into Jimmy and Johnny Commie Killer in Reel 6?
Good work, Agent, and not a moment too soon. We need to be in Santa Modesta yesterday. Don't break for yellow. Read me?
Loud and clear.
Sounded like Secret Agent Man was taking orders from the one in goggles. Want me to blow him up?
Thank you, Crypto, but I have a better idea. See the plaza over there by the big screen? The humans drive their carbon combustion transports in, and thence view projected images for the purpose of entertainment.
Makes perfect sense.
I suggest we beat Majestic at their own devious little game.
Now, wait a minute.
You're going up. You little freak. Stop it.
Excellent. I've prepared a special film that I'm sure the audience will love. Be a good boy and pick it up.
I'm on it.
Now, sit back and enjoy the following educational presentation from the Furon Empire.
No, as soon as I
Hold it right! Drop it! Stop!
I'm letting you off the leash, Crypto. The time has come to escalate this little war against the Majestic. You will definitely be needing a more powerful weapon.
I guess it weren't nothing.
You're
Drop
under
it!
arrest.
It's the blow!
Stop right there! Hold it right there!
Now it's time to cause this nasty organization some real damage. If it looks majestic, annihilate it. Teach them the meaning of destruction.
Let's get it on!
Kiss
This is the end of the...
It's time to exterminate the majestic infestation in this town. Find the majestic base in this town and destroy it. Majestic base destroyed. That should put a plug in their sphincters for a while. It's time to cripple their military forces. I want you to infiltrate the main base and find out what the warlords are planning.
Don't worry, Pox. I wiped out all the smart monkeys in the last attack. All they got left are a couple of hairy-knuckled alpha males who don't know thing one about intergalactic warfare. I mean, come on. Any planet without orbital ion cannons is just asking for it.
Human warfare is astonishingly primitive, which is exactly what worries me. They're just advanced enough to blow themselves up at any moment. And if they do, our chance of reclaiming our genetic future goes up in a mushroom cloud.
That would suck. Okay, I'll go scout the base and scan a few monkey brains.
Try not to let them detect you this time. We don't need any more complications. And you know how jumpy these creatures can be.
Hey, it's me!
Good point. Try not to kill all of them.
The new X-13 fighter jet packs a real punch. Fires missiles, has a laser on board. It even mixes cocktails at 5 o'clock sharp.
This new human weapon could be a threat to us. Scan more humans.
Chain smoking and coffee will steady Higgs's nerves before the big showdown with Armquist in the main building.
The head warlord will emerge from the main building soon. I've gathered you should get a close look from a high vantage point.
Isn't ready yet. The X-13 was working just fine in the trials last week.
There have been a few, hiccups.
Hiccups? Armquist is headed here right now to see this thing fly. Are you telling me it can't?
We've had some setbacks.
I'll give you a setback. I'm gonna bring your whole goddamn agency up on charges. This is gross incompetence.
Save it. Why don't you show your guests the nuke instead?
I didn't pay $40 million to see another goddamn nuclear test. I paid to see the best goddamn fighter plane ever built. Ah, screw it. I'm going down to Sector 13 myself and find out what the hell's going on.
General.
You don't need to go to Sector 13. The test flight will go ahead as planned.
What? A second ago you said the X-13 wouldn't fly.
I said it wasn't ready, but it will be.
Your demonstration will go on as scheduled.
Trust us. We're the government.
Crypto, it's high time we met the base's head warmonger. Go and probe the mind of the human called General Higgs.
This ain't like WW2.
Without these eggheads, we could never finish the X-13 prototype. Gotta keep away from all these hazards just a little while longer.
Without these scientists, the prototype won't function. I've marked the locations on your radar. We must eliminate them. Discreetly. Do try to avoid attracting attention.
Subtlety ain't exactly my forte.
Stella!
Too bad. It's his unlucky day.
I should get back to work in the West Hangar, but I wouldn't walk near those boxes filled with mines, even if I'm paid.
Please don't bump into me again! This is... Polly!
I knew I should have joined the Texas Air National Guard. Now that'd be some easy duty.
Freeze! Little freeze! You're dead, little man! They didn't come! You think I'm scared of you? You're going here! Freeze! Out of the way!
Draw in the enemy. Make some noise. When they get close, destroy them all.
I can take it.
You're going down! Permission to self-extinguish, you little freaks!
The path to the prototype should be clear, but avoid meeting men in very dark suits.
You want a piece of this, Cupcake?
Let's get it! Drop your weapon!
I said sabotage! Go! And destroy every human in that hangar! And destroy their equipment and their records! And keep the X-13 in one piece! Just make sure it won't fly anywhere!
That's what I'm talking about.
Come here, little buddy.
Make it good.
We've had a breach.
Small word for a big problem.
Somebody got past the guards, snuck into Hangar 12 and wrecked the place.
Our little gray visitor?
Looks that way.
Which means you didn't catch it.
We came pretty close.
Close doesn't count, Agent. The second it sets foot on base, I want it captured. And don't tell Armquist. We don't need any more help from the military. Call me when you've got it.
Whatever you say.
General Armquist, good of you to come. Thought you might be too busy running damage control out in California.
Never too busy to watch the Air Force fall flat on its face, Jack.
Corporal Patterson, let's show our guests what this bottle rocket can do. Vertical takeoff and landing! How do you like them apples?
That's it? That's your ultimate weapon?
Patterson!
Get over there and tell McGillicuddy to get that bird in the air right this second, or he's gonna be testing go-karts for the next 20 years! $40 million for that?
While Almquist is inspecting their primitive aeronautical contraptions, which we have cleverly sabotaged, we'll crush their pitiful air defense forces and destroy Almquist once and for all.
Let me just load up the old disintegrator ray and I'll be off.
No! Listen, Crypto. At this very moment, they are preparing a nuclear device for testing at a nearby weapons range.
A nuclear device? Don't sweat it. That monkey's as good as dead.
Hypnotize one of the humans and command him to drive the vehicle to the airfield.
Please, God, not cold meatloaf for lunch again. Oh, jeez Louise. An army of one. I'm so lonely. Beg me to No! Throw down, baby. Let's do this.
You do realize nothing will be destroyed if the nuclear device isn't activated, Crypto.
Those humans want to disarm the bomb. Stop them!
Let's do it.
The humans are disarming the
You know,
You've done it, Crypto! Now, run like your solar wind and get yourself out of the blast radius!
"30 seconds left."
Quist, you want to explain to me why our troops are abandoning Area 42?
They're not leaving, they're regrouping. Everything's under control.
Really? So the airfield hasn't been destroyed by one of our own nukes?
It's that commie spy from Santa Modesta. He got in somehow, messed with one of our experiments. Don't worry, I'll catch him.
That's what you said in Santa Modesta. Frankly, General, I'm beginning to question your resolve.
Oh, I'm resolved, all right. That explosion was meant to take me out.
You're saying this communist spy has a personal vendetta against you?
Maybe you don't get the mindset we're up against.
No, General. I'm taking you very seriously. The President should hear this. Get back to Capital City.
I don't take orders from you.
In this matter, I speak for the President. You know that.
Oh, Majestic.
Now we should be able to discover what happened to Crypto 136. My scans have identified several radioactive areas in your vicinity. But there is one in particular that looks like it could be a crash site.
I'm on it. Any of those baboons laid one hairy finger on me, I'll rip 'em a new asshole.
God, I hate my job. Lift crates.
What have you discovered?
Stand on
This
crates,
is where
destroy
136 hit the
That's
dirt
no
all right.
fun.
You found his ship?
A few little pieces, most of it's gone.
Recover any Furon technology the humans may have found. And rescue Crypto 136.
Monkeys probably hitched the
God
ship to
does
their
not play dice
donkeys
with
and
the
dragged
universe.
it back to their
He
mud
does, however,
village so
hit
they
the
can
blackjack
worship
tables.
it as a god. I really thought you'd be alive. Ah, Crypto. Look what they've done to us. Laid us open like an animal. How could intelligent creatures do this? Okay, monkeys. You want a war? You got a war.
What did you find, Crypto?
We're dead. An honorable death at the hands of an enemy in battle, that's one thing, Pox, but they desecrated us. And they're gonna pay. Oh, yes, they're gonna pay.
Crypto, get out of there! Unless you want to end up like your predecessor. Return to the mothership. We'll use that data tape to...
Are you kidding me? If it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna make them pay for it.
Pay? Oh, we'll make them pay. Wait just a little longer and you'll see just how destructive. Bring me that data tape at once. That's an order!
Permission to self-extinguish, sir! Sir, the fire pay! He is on fire!
On your knees, cowboy!
The data tape you retrieved from the human research lab has revealed a most disturbing development. They've successfully unlocked the dormant psychic ability hidden deep in their primitive brains due to a dash of Furon DNA. Infiltrate the research base and disable its defenses from within. Then you will destroy the entire area with your saucer.
Hey,
What have you found?
They got mutants, all right.
I had to go and focus on quantum mechanics in grad school.
I'll only say it once. Get out of the way. Humans using Furon powers.
They're training these mutant humans for use in the battle against us. Destroy everything at their lab.
Don't run into those waves of energy. Find a way over them.
Good work, Crypto. Destroy the lab and kill those mutants.
Why, you...
Nice shooting, Crypto.
Destroy these primitive Tesla coils. They'll zap you with energy when you're near. Tesla. Catchy name, though.
You're going down, little man. You're down! I took it. Fire pain.
Excellent work, Crypto. Now get to your shipping. Let's get busy.
I can take it.
It's time to give these inquisitive humans a little negative reinforcement. They're entirely too clever for their own good.
You want a piece of this? Freeze! Drop your weapon! Midget! You're going! You're dead, little man!
Nice shooting, Crypto. How curious! I was tracking Armquist in hopes of discovering his secret base. But instead he came here, to a civilian facility known as the White House, to meet with his leader, the President.
I knew it. Armquist couldn't lead an army of ants. Cut to the part where I crashed the party.
I want you to seek out this White House. Find out what sort of place it is, what defenses it has.
And then destroy all the humans. Gotcha.
No! Stealth is our watchword. Just disguise yourself and make your way to the White House.
Okay, I'm at the White House. Looks kind of like a palace. Big, stodgy, neoclassical plantation style.
I'm detecting a herd of human scientists exiting the White House. Perhaps they've just had an audience with this president. I want you to scan their minds.
Take Bob's cash, head for California. I could be
Ooh,
stoned.
that's a challenge.
The challenge will be impersonating one. Read as many of their minds as you can. Crypto, you may have to make small talk, and conversation has never been your strong suit.
Blue Rider? That Armquist picked some really stupid passwords.
Follow this human. He said something about Armquist.
One time at Peenemund, Dr. Fritzenberger put molasses in the V2 engine.
My mind says Rock Hudson, but my body says Cary Grant. I wonder if there's a 2-for-1 deal going on movie stars. I'm a working gal.
Excellent work, Crypto. I have detected military installations up ahead. Now that you have his password, persuade the guards to admit you inside.
This is what a girdle's supposed to feel like. Ouch! Ugh.
Following standard insertion procedure.
Try to get near Armquist and see what you can learn.
What could go wrong?
I hope Lorraine don't find out about me and her sister at the wedding. Boy, what a dish she was. Please, God, not cold meatloaf for lunch again. Oh, geez, Louise.
Which is why the president has asked me to make some changes.
Changes?
Don't worry, General. You'll still be in command of our military forces. That much I've decided.
You've decided?
It's only logical. My organization has the skills, the specialists. But up to now, we've been a federal agency operating on a limited scale. This new threat, however, demands a radical new concept of national defense.
The hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about a project for a new American century. The time has come to unite our 5 defense branches under a single chain of command.
5 branches?
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Majestic, of course.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's the start of a whole new era, General. And the President would like you to deliver the good news.
Are you out of your mind? You really think the Joint Chiefs will let Majestic swallow them whole without a fight?
I think you'd better convince them to. And, General, don't ever talk to me that way again.
Yes, sir.
So, Majestic and the Army, getting it on. I should have known. Those sly dogs.
Bit cavalier about this, aren't you?
Why the hell not? I don't think it makes any difference.
I didn't clone you to think. And it may make a very big difference indeed. In any case, we have what we came for. Return to your saucer and report back to the mothership. Crypto, the humans must not be as utterly moronic as we thought. Your scout ship has been discovered.
Yeah, right. Pull the other one.
It's true! Los hombres de negro are moving to retake the saucer as we speak.
No! Alien! Oh, great. And
I'll tell you, you look like a slave.
It's over. Move it or lose it.
Drop your weapon!
Let's do this.
Let's get it on!
You think you can do 15 rounds with me?
Body snatchers.
Bubble gum.
Crypto, I need data on the structural integrity of the local architecture. I'm activating our latest F-800 drones to scan these hegemonic edifices.
Let me guess. You need me to babysit the drone.
Alien invaders! Precisely. Hasta la vista, Crypto. Excellent data! Or is it data? One final scan and the topographical analysis is complete.
Never considered destructive testing?
In order to quantify the effectiveness of our arsenal, it is imperative that we first collect hard data on how hard these buildings are.
So I do get to blow them up, right?
Let's not go off half-cocked, Crypto.
Please step away from the... I'm flushing back...
Communists!
You want a piece of this cupcake?
Crypto, here's a frightening new weapon for your saucer. The Quantum Deconstructor. It has a blast wave that destroys everything. Try it out on the commercial buildings of Santa Modesta.
Martians! Space invaders!
You scattered them like roaches. Marvelous!
Curse you, pathetic humans!
Mind woozy, vision blurred, bladder bursting, must get to a lavatory. Oh, my aching cranium. Crypto, you moron. First step is admit you've got a problem. Please, please, tell me I'm alone. Oh, thank you. Great frontal lobes. But where in space am I? Looks like some kind of primitive laboratory, a cage, and humans. I'm being held against my will, and not in the fun way. Oh, they touched me. I feel so dirty. Okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here now.
Crypto, you're still alive.
Of course I'm alive.
Little green men!
Not again, colorblind morons. Die, pea-brain. Hey, where's the... What did you do with my clip, monkey boy? Phew! So much for wholesale carnage. I guess I'll just have to settle for ripping your limbs off one by one with my bare hands until I find it. With my bare hands.
What's the condition of your ship?
No idea.
The humans must have recovered your ship.
Magic eye thing. I can't see the damn dolphin.
I detect the presence of a Furon jetpack nearby. You will need it in your search. Your ship went down on a nearby island. Excellent. Keep scanning workers.
The hell's in all those army crates coming over from Monroe Island? Ain't nothing there but that old abandoned fort. You talking to me?
Pygmies!
Maryland, Maryland, Maryland. Oh, damn, I better not forget that password or they'll never let me on that barge.
The human military-industrial complex is apparently using a marine barge for surface transportation to and from the island. You may be able to use it to get to the island.
I ain't taking you nowhere without proper authorization. Marilyn, will you take me to the island now? Now you're talking. Welcome aboard, soldier.
Your ship must have crashed somewhere nearby. But be careful. The island must be positively crawling with human warriors.
Put a sock in it, Jerry. I got the late shift here.
Armquist is my hero.
The humans are moving your ship. You must find a way to release it.
My mind says Einstein, but my body says Newton. Well, hello. I mustn't be late. They're waiting for me in the test chamber.
Something's wrong with this ship. I can't take off.
The humans have removed the power cells from the ship's engine core. I've detected the radiation signature of the energy cells coming from a human marine transport vessel near your location.
Little space rat, ain't you?
Whoa.
You ever bite the bullet, freak?
This is...
As soon as I...
You've done it, Crypto! You've collected the energy cells required for liftoff! Return to your ship immediately!
This is...
Anybody ever tell you you look like a gray baby lamb?
Permission to self-extinguish, sir.
You think
It's killer time for me.
But you're going by Peter Lorre!
I've been monitoring the radio. This human Withers says the president will appear before his subjects today. This president must be more integral to their social order than I suspected. I have noticed a significant increase in activity in front of the White House.
Right on. Just tell me where he is and what he looks like.
The mothership's tracking system is broken. I think he uses those convoys of long black vehicles for transit.
You think?
I can't exactly pinpoint the president from orbit, Crypto. It's not like he walks around with a big red arrow over his head. I need you to follow those vehicles so we can identify him.
Guess I'm just a little jumpy. What would Marilyn do in a situation like this, other than take a lot of bennies? Marilyn, how the hell am I supposed to keep up with that image? I am such a plain Jane.
Oh, their electronics are masking all human neuroelectrical signals. Well, so much for biorhythms. We still got the horoscope, though.
The brass always bust my chops. Jackasses.
They all think I'm crazy. I know it. I mean, I am crazy, but that's hardly the point.
Look out! It's an ambush! Circle the wagons! Throw me a shotgun! Get the women folk inside! Oh, I really must stop watching human television. Scourge! Destroy them all!
I've come to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and they're
Crypto! The Wither creature has just made another broadcast. He says the president will be appearing before his subjects in a short time. Clearly, he is a wily adversary, much more so than Armquist.
So you want me to disintegrate him mercilessly into a trillion teeny-weeny bits? Roger that, big kahuna.
Excellent! You're learning.
Bite the bullet, freak.
What was that?
Body snatchers.
Of course, I wouldn't expect the humans to take this lying down. But hey, you're people now, right? You can take care of yourself. Crypto, dudes in dark have found your saucer. I think they're planning to destroy it this time. I'm no expert in human explosives, but it looks to me like they're laying enough to breach the power cells. That could vaporize the entire city. Good work, Crypto! Now that their president is dead, the human senators are voting for a new leader. The vote is agonizingly close.
When the president dies, doesn't the vice president become president?
Just shut up and kill those senators before they get inside the Capitol!
Roy Cohn sends his regards. My butt.
The senator's break must have ended. Analysis shows they've had a liquid lunch. Don't hesitate! Take them out!
Aliens! My butt! Space in... hey now. Stop right! Run for your lives! You have the right to get your ass kicked.
I'm flashing back there.
The tanks...
Oh no! They're at the main gate again!
Okay, so what's the good news?
This time they were heavily armed.
Oh, goody.
Hey,
Excellent! Bert Wither reports the voting was inconclusive. The leaderless humans will have no choice but to surrender to us now! Crypto! The warlord Armquist is heading to a meeting with the other human warmongers. His orders are to unite them against us.
No biggie. I'll just take him out.
Yes, but that would still leave the others alive. Martyring Armquist will only stiffen their resolve.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to do them too.
Follow Armquist to that meeting. This must be where the warmongers are gathering for their tribal war council. Take the form of a human warmonger and infiltrate Armquist's meeting. Then, use your powers of persuasion to turn the others against him.
Man, do I hate marching. These boots suck.
The evidence is overwhelming. First, communist spies infiltrated a small country fair in the American heartland and kidnapped the winner of the beauty pageant, violating her corn-fed virtue in God only knows what unspeakable ways. When they were done with her, they destroyed the whole fairground. Civilian casualties were tragically high.
Aren't you jumping the gun here, Armquist? That fire might have just been set by rowdy teenagers. I did as much or worse back in my day. Kids will be kids.
He's right, General. Kids today may lack discipline, but they're not communists. I think you're making too much of all this.
Last, a communist agent used an experimental nuclear explosive device in a direct attempt to assassinate me at Area 42.
I don't suppose you managed to catch this so-called assassin, General, or are we just supposed to take all this on faith?
Sorry, General, but you'll have to do better than that if you want my support.
I don't know who the hell you are, General, but you got a big mouth. Son of a... You! How did you do that? Come and get me, you commie piece of crap!
Okay, we'll do it your way. Eat hot plasma, monkeys!
Freeze, Crypto! Your cover has been blown! You asked for it, you got it! Annihilate the human!
You dirty rats! You're the rats who killed my Huh? Your way's not very sportsmanlike.
You can run, you little freak, but you can't hide.
Who's hiding? Let's get funky.
Excellent! Now this is what I call it. Knock dead, Crypto.
You asked for it, Yuri. Come on, Snake. Let's rattle. Support needed. Over.
Focus! Use your guidance system.
Go on, you commie punk. Finish it. It didn't have to be this way, Armquist. What do you mean? I mean, this ridiculous war. We could have worked together, you and I, to forge a new future, a common future of peace and prosperity for our two peoples. Just put me out of my misery, will you? I'm serious. You didn't want to destroy us? Of course not. We were as scared of you as you were of us. Deep in our hearts, I think what we really wanted was to be just like you. Really? Really. I guess, at the end of the day, we really are all just human beings. Psych. Pathetic human.
The humans have mass-produced a weapon that threatens our main invasion force. These Tesla coils are cheap, shoddy versions of the ones you met in Area 42. And you, my impulsive friend, are to destroy every Tesla coil unit in town. Interesting. Some are automated, but others require human operators.
So what do I do with those?
Simple. Each unit must be connected to a nearby control console. Destroy them all! I don't care how.
So I'm taking out the Tesla coils and the control consoles?
Once again, Crypto, you have crystallized the thrust of my gist entirely.
Destroy those Tesla coils on foot. Otherwise, they'll disrupt your saucer. Electric defenses?
Here, pussy! Get out of the way! Move over! I ordered...
Tesla coils! Destroy these primitive human defenses, Crypto. Too bad these Tesla coils are only cheap imitations. Your saucer should be able to hold out against them.
Roy Cohn sends his regards.
Only one more device remains. Hurry and destroy it!
End of the line, everybody.
You scattered them like roaches. Marvelous! Here you stand at the seat of all human power, and they're turning over the keys to the whole planet. Our victory is complete.
No more blowing stuff up?
Oh, the Furon Emperor will be most pleased.
Yeah, it's hard to believe.
Silhouette will be meeting you there himself. Try not to glow too much when you accept his surrender.
Sure, it's the least we can do.
World domination awaits!
Silhouette, I presume. You don't look like it, General.
You don't look like a little green man.
Thank you. So, waving the white flag, huh? All the monkeys got together, scratched their heads, accepted the inevitable.
That sense of humor. Just like your...
Like my what?
File. Your dossier, Crypto, said you were quite the joker.
I think I never told you my name.
No, I suppose I have your brother to thank for that.
You're a chick?
I'm a patriot. If you had to put up with politicians playing grab-ass all day long, you'd wear a mask too.
Me, I get my kicks the old-fashioned way, beating up bad monkeys.
Funny, that's just what Crypto136 said. Of course, he was a real cut-up too. Well, so much for Plan A.
What's that?
That, my gender-deprived friend, is Plan B. The end of your insidious invasion. A champion even you can't defeat. The greatest political mind of the 20th century in the greatest weapon ever built by man. Behold, the Robo-Prez!
If elected, I promise to destroy all Furons!
That is seriously messed up.
Robo-Prez! Dirty Tricks mode!
Oh man, now I'm gonna get my suit dirty.
Get back to the...
Robo-Prez! Robo-Prez! He's heading for that white building! No, the other white building! You know, the one with the statue, the tall, ugly guy with the beard. He's like Amish or something. Robo-Prez is getting away! Looks like he's heading for the Coolidge Memorial! Or is that the Rutherford B. Hayes Monument? Oh, I should have held on to that tourist map.
Man, I love the smell of presidential brains in the morning.
Just remember who set that giant potus of destruction upon you!
Right.
You know who I mean!
Oh, that silhouette guy, right? Or chick.
Could you do me a favor and not creep me out?
Sure.
In any case, she ran from the Capitol. I lost sight of him. Her! Silhouette! Near the...
Attention, Furons! Attention, Furons! Is this thing on? Oh, whatever. I know you little gray freaks can hear this. I'm sure you're out there listening, gloating.
Pretty much, yeah.
It seems only fair.
Credit where credit is due. You did it. You beat my beautiful Robo-Prez. And now you're probably sitting around fantasizing about destroying all the humans. Typical. sure you handled the boys, Armquist Hoffman. Oh, that was a challenge. But everybody knows which sex is dominant on this planet. There's still plenty of time to get your asses handed to you. That is, if you're not too scared to fight a girl.
No, I'm not hung up on the whole pudenda thing.
So come on, Crypto. Let's dance. I'll even let you lead. I'm at the Octagon. Don't keep me waiting.
Why, great son! Lord 12 was right!
You beat me. I can't believe you actually beat me.
They never do. You know, you don't look so hot.
Majestic will never give up the struggle to resist you alien freaks.
Struggle's over, babe. Furon's won, humans zipperoonie.
You think you won? You think America is the only human civilization on Earth?
That's what all the Americans seem to think. At least the ones I scanned.
Smug little insect. There are 3 billion people on this planet. And everywhere there are humans, there is Majestic.
Sorry, dollface. Without you, Majestic's just a bunch of dudes in crappy black suits.
Majestic. Empty. 12. 12. All over. All over the world.
Attention, humans. I am Cryptosporidium of the planet Furon. This planet is now a territory of the Furon Empire. Resist this.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. In recent days, rumors have run rampant of flying saucers, alien invaders from other worlds, indeed, of my own demise. I'm speaking to you tonight to put these rumors to rest. The truth is, America has been attacked, not by little green men, but red. And our invaders are most definitely of this earth. Despite the efforts of this administration, our nation has been infiltrated by communists, godless deviants who hate us for our freedom-loving way of life. Their conspiracy, details of which are only now coming to light, included drugging our water supplies and controlling our media via mind control. The result was mass hysteria, a national delusion which provided them the cover they needed to execute their fearful scheme. But your military and intelligence agencies fought back, and I'm proud to report that once again, America has emerged victorious. However, the price is dear. At this moment, millions of Americans are working hard and playing by the rules, unaware of the lingering toxic pollutants in their minds. To combat this lingering menace, we have set up testing centers across the nation, at shopping malls, local schools, even churches.
The test is simple and painless. Why, our family had it just this morning, and I'm back at work. Doris is in the kitchen baking brownies, and little Billy's out playing tag in the rose garden right now. It's completely safe. So, trust your government. Trust your president. Freedom is on the march, my friends. Good night, and God bless America.
Step inside, citizen.
You sure this thing is safe?
Step inside, citizen.
Jeez Louise. I don't know.
Hey, buddy, you heard the president. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for us.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Well, I guess a test couldn't hurt.
Like shooting monkeys in a barrel.
And so, the world breathes a sigh of relief. The threat of alien invasion proved a false alarm. As for those who scan the skies for a real visit from outer space, they may be in for a very long wait. Perhaps the lesson is that we should turn our gaze inward, remembering that man's worst enemy is often himself.
Step right up. Weapons, abilities, saucers, upgrades are a